Today's advances from Bitterland concern one particular episode starring Zuleyha and Umit, Cukurova's new doctor. Sevda accuses her of a chest pain and Zuleyha thinks it best to accompany her to the hospital. The woman, in the car, tries to convince the girl that there is no need to go to the hospital, and then asks her to go back quietly.
Before starting, however, leave a nice like on Trust, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss all the next videos. Finally, leave a comment to share your emotions.
However, Zuleyha doesn't listen to her, because since she has accused her of chest pains, it is good to get checked. Sevda then continues to insist that it's just a little tachycardia, but Zuleyha points out that her arm has also fallen asleep, and between bickering and another, Sevda agrees to go to the doctor. Arriving at the facility, Sevda still insists on returning home, when Umit sees them and approaches the two women to greet them and ask them what they need from her. Zuleyha explains the situation to the doctor. Umit then turns to Sevda and she says that her arm has gone numb and that she has a little tachycardia. At this point, the doctor underlines to the woman the seriousness of these symptoms and affirms that Zuleyha has done more than right to bring her to a checkup. Then Zuleyha urges Umit to have Sevda seen by a cardiologist, unaware that she herself is a specialized cardiologist and will therefore see her herself. After running tests on her, she tells them the results will be out soon, which worries Zuleyha. However, she is immediately reassured by the doctor as Sevda has nothing, but she is always good to do thorough checks. A little later the results are ready and Umit explains to the two women that she has only found one rhythm. She says to keep her blood pressure under control, measuring it once a day for 2 weeks, and urges Sevda not to eat salty or sweet food. At this point, the person directly concerned, Sevda, reveals to the doctor that there are no problems for this because thanks to her Zuleyha, she is very attentive to what she eats and that she cannot understand why this problem has arisen. Umit advises her to take a nice walk and prescribes a medicine. After finishing, Zuleyha thanks her and Umit kindly replies that he doesn't have to thank her because that is her job. Furthermore, Zuleyha tells her that, like Hunker did, she too has a duty to help those arriving in Cukurova, and she apologizes to Umit for not welcoming her properly. The doctor doesn't understand what he's talking about, and so Zuleyha explains to her that she would have liked to organize a dinner for her, already the first time they met, but since it wasn't possible, she would like to fix it. So Zuleyha invites the new doctor to dinner at the villa that same evening. Umit, feeling embarrassed, tells the young woman not to worry and that it's not necessary, but Zuleyha insists, and after a while the doctor accepts her invitation. Furthermore, Sevda also intervenes and points out that this is a good opportunity to get to know each other. During the late afternoon, preparations are underway for the long-awaited dinner, and when Zuleyha arrives she makes sure everything is ready in the kitchen. Sanai informs Zuleyha that she is almost done with the preparation and that she needn't worry as everything will be ready in time. Zuleyha thanks her. Soon after, Chetan arrives to take Gulten, so Zuleyha asks Sanai to prepare some food for them so that she can take it home. Gulten however refuses and tells them not to worry because he knows they have a guest and they have a lot to do. Zuleyha is as joyful as she ever was. In the meantime, Umit arrives who, seeing that beautiful villa, is shocked above all because she didn't expect Demir to live in such a place. Once she enters, Umit delivers a present to her landlady who thanks her sincerely. A little later, when the granny sees the young girl, she asks Zuleyha who she is, and she replies that Umit is the new head physician of Cukurova hospital. Hamine makes a consideration and says that she seems like a really good girl, intelligent, beautiful, and that with these qualities she will soon find a bridegroom. Then the grandmother adds that she would like her to marry her granddaughter, and smiling at her, Sevda reminds her that Demir is already married, making her understand that she is Zuleyha's wife, reminding the old woman that the two also have 2 beautiful children. Zuleyha smiles and tells Umit that Granny Hamine has problems with her memory and therefore she too might say strange things at other times, and she urges her not to notice. After this little interlude, Zuleyha and Umit sit down and start chatting. She introduces little Adnan and Umit asks her about Demir. The Yaman's wife tells her that she will be back soon and that if she wishes she can even start dining without him. However, Umit prefers to wait without problems for Demir to arrive, so Zuleyha asks her if she wants something to drink in the meantime, but the doctor tells her not to worry and that she's fine like this. Then Umit turns to Sevda and asks her how she feels about her. The woman thanks her for the help she gave her and tells her that she feels much better. Shortly afterwards, Demir returns home and presents himself with a present for his wife. He has brought her sweets made with almond paste because she knows that she likes her so much, and Zuleyha happily accepts the thought of her. Then Demir notices the exquisite dinner they have prepared, and Zuleyha reveals to her husband that she has a guest. When Demir sees it's Umit, he begins to fear the worst. Umit immediately tells him that he accepted the invitation after Zuleyha's insistence, and that she didn't want to cause any trouble. At that point Demir tells her that he has not caused any disturbance, and immediately after he turns to her wife, pointing out that he should have told her. Zuleyha, obviously unaware of everything, explains to him that it was decided at the last moment and that it happened because, having accompanied Sevda to the hospital for some pain, Umit was very good and kind with them, and so she took the opportunity to invite her and welcome her to Cukurova, which they should have done long ago. Once at the table, Demir appears very embarrassed and Umit breaks the ice by stating that it has been a long time since he has had dinner with a family, and he sincerely thanks Zuleyha. Furthermore, he says that they could become good friends, and begs them not to treat her like a guest, but precisely as a closest friend. Zuleyha agrees with her and agrees to treat her like family. Then Sevda asks about her family, and she replies that she lost her mother a long time ago. Then they continue to chat about this and that until Zuleyha leaves the table to go to the kitchen, and Umit and Demir start exchanging sweet and intriguing looks and smiles, under the eyes of Sevda, who notices that there is something between them. So the woman also notices that the Yaman has new cufflinks and asks him when she bought them. Demir is clearly uneasy because those were given to him by Umit. In the meantime, Zuleyha returns from the kitchen and, understanding their conversation, she replies instead of her husband, saying that they were a gift from a colleague of Demir'S, as he had told her. Umit is embarrassed and Sevda begins to doubt and be annoyed by the two, realizing that there is something between them.
This video has also come to an end. If you like it, like and leave a comment. Let us know what you think of these events. Subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell to not miss new videos.